big deal time, Tina Varelli. Hi, my friend. It's a lucky weekend. You're looking extra lucky. You're looking extra lucky. I love it. I didn't get the memo. I left my four-leaf clovers in my dressing room. How are you?
I'm well. Yourself?
I'm fantastic.
Good.
And I'm really excited to talk about this because last night I used mine.
Yes.
Remember when I bought this with you? It was a today's special value. How many months ago? 3, 4 months ago? I bought it. I'm obsessed with it. I use it all the time. I used it last night. We did, my friends and I and neighbors, we did a kind of empty out your freezer kind of night, and we all grilled out, and I had a bunch of steaks in this, and I used this to make my famous creamy horseradish, my whipped horseradish.
Wow.
So this is KitchenAid. This is the Artisan Mini, which is my favorite thing. It's perfect for me. I live in an apartment. I cook for one most of the time, but I actually cooked for like 12 last night and was able to use this as well. 3.5 quart tilt head stand mixer. You're getting the glass bowl with the measurements on it, customer top rated, configuration that's exclusive to us here at QVC, and the price is so good.
It is so good.
It's $299.98 when it should be $379. So with the free shipping and handling that we're also throwing in, you're saving $97. As a big deal, your item number is K98255. I do have some colors for you. This is going to be your white, which is the most limited. Only 150 remain there. This is the one that I have.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
Yay.
I mean, who knew that a stand mixer could be sexy? And matte black, it is. Then I have it for you in contour silver. And I also have it for you in the Empire Red. Okay, so, we already sold out of one. Okay, I want to get to demos because you're just so good.
Yeah. So you said you can make your, enough for yourself or enough for 12 people. So 5 dozen chocolate chip cookies in a single batch.
Okay.
So I am in love with this as much as you are. And sometimes I'm a family of 4. Sometimes I'm cooking for a larger group. Sometimes it's just my husband and I. And I love that this can handle all my regular single batches, like that big batch of chocolate chip cookies. And this has so many special features to it. So it locks in upright position, which is unique to this stand mixer. That means I don't have to hold the head up when I want to add ingredients. So here I'm adding flour for my cookie recipe. I'm gonna lower it. Because this is a smaller bowl, I don't have to worry about the flour puffing out. Because it has a soft start feature, which means it starts slowly and it ramps up, and because it has a stir speed, so it's like a half speed, so I don't have to worry about that puff of flour even with a smaller bowl, yet it's so powerful. It is lighter, it is smaller, but it is just as powerful as our classic tilt head stand mixer, and it can handle all that tough dough. And when that dough is done, look at that, you can lock it in that upright position. So you're going to get all that great functionality.
I didn't know that I could lock it in the upright position, so I just learned a little something extra. Fantastic. The capacity of this is perfection. I always had my eye on a KitchenAid stand mixer, and I was like, what am I gonna do with that big old thing? And I know a lot of people use them all of the time, but it's just me, and sometimes I cook for me, sometimes I cook for a group of friends. This is that perfect Goldilocks sweet spot. So when I made my whipped horseradish last night, so it's heavy, it's so easy. It's heavy whipping cream. It's a lot of horseradish, a touch of lemon juice, and a little touch of sugar, a little pinch of sugar. But you get it really nice and fluffy, and this gave me the perfect consistency last night.
And that's the thing about a stand mixer, right? You might not think you're a good cook or baker, but maybe you never had the right tool for the job to give you that texture.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me just remind you of colors. This is the white. The white has a real, okay, we'll do it on QVC.com. All right, here is your Empire Red, which is always a foodie favorite. Then we have it in the matte black, which is what I own. There's the white, which has a glossy finish. And the contour silver. Is that what I heard you have, the contour silver?
I have contour silver and I have red. I have multiple mixers just because I need to be adept at all of them.
Of course you do. You're getting a lot of really great accessories as well. Do we have what you get over here?
No, I don't believe we do. But I can talk about
the Okay, let's talk about it.
So you're going to get your flex edge beater.
Okay.
So that's your beater here, dishwasher safe, metal beater, coated so it's dishwasher safe and easy release with that flex edge on one side.
Okay.
Here, we're using that wire whip to whip honey. We're going to talk about that. So that's for incorporating air into all your mixtures. And you're going to get that coated dough hook as well, which we're going to make sourdough bread with.
And this comes with the glass bowl, which has the measurement markers on there, and a pour spout as well.
And the handle, right, which is really, really great. So you can transform the simplest of things. So in your pantry, you may have some honey that is crystallized.
Yeah.
Some people throw this away.
Yeah.
You can transform this into a delicious condiment, much like your whipped horseradish. So at home, when I whip this, I put in my crystallized honey.
Okay.
I added a little vanilla and cinnamon. You can flavor it up. You could even make it like a hot whipped honey. And then you're going to whip for 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Some people are under the impression that there are time limits on how long you can mix or whip. 20 minutes of whipping, and I can walk away. This is still that durable metal construction that you know and love from KitchenAid for over 100 years, assembled in our factory in Greenville, Ohio. And I'm just going to turn this up. So remember, we have 10 speeds.
Yep.
So lots of times on that whip, I'm just going to let it go. Look at that. Like, it's not walking around the table.
It doesn't move. It's so sturdy.
No, because it's that durable metal construction. So let's let this whip.
All right, you do your thing.
We're going to break down the crystals in the honey.
Okay.
We're going to incorporate air. We're going to transform it into a fluffy condiment that I'm going to serve with ham biscuits at Easter. I'm pretty excited for that.
All right, I'm excited for that too. So look, I had really just like not pulled that trigger for so many years, thinking like, when am I going to use it? I am shocked by how often that I use this. I use it all of the time, and what I love is that it's a smaller footprint, and we're going to take a look at the other sizes that we might have seen in the past, which kind of deterred me personally.
Right.
But that's just me personally, living in a smaller space and living on my own. It lives on my countertop.
It does.
It looks great on my countertop.
It does.
It doesn't take up too much of my countertop, but because it's there, I use it.
Right. And it's just so handy. It's really going to inspire you for things. So if you're an empty nester, live in an apartment, if you've downsized, if you're like my daughter in her first apartment, or for me, it's like my everyday mixer. I may pull out my bigger mixer, you know, when I'm making a giant batch of holiday cookies, but this guy, my everyday go-to.
But you still have the same amount of power.
You do.
Is the thing. It's more compact. So this is the 7-quart, right? Like this is the Big Daddy.
That is the Big Daddy.
This is the 5-quart, which we've seen and a lot of us probably have. This is what we're talking about today, 3.5-quart mini. The weight as well, we're going from 25 pounds down to 14.5 pounds. We're going from 16.5 inches down to 12.5 inches. Like this is, I'm so obsessed. I'm so in love with it. Let me take you through colors real quick. Do you want to do it on .com, Jonathan? Okay, let's do it right here. Here is your contour silver. Here is your Empire red. This is what I have. I love it. It's so pretty. The matte black. And then we're going to travel right down here real fast. We have it in the white as well. The white's going to be glossy. Okay, what else are you doing?
All right, so let's talk sourdough. I've really been into sourdough lately.
Have you?
And I use my smallest stand mixer to make my 1.5-pound loaves.
Really?
So I have my starter and my water. It's so simple. Starter is when you've let the flour and water ferment and naturally create a raw yeast. So you're not using commercial yeast.
Can you tell I don't bake?
So it can take a few weeks to get your starter going, or you could hit up a friend who has a starter going already, which is what I did.
She hit up a friend.
Yeah. So you see videos all the time on social media that make sourdough look really laborious.
Yeah.
And it's intimidating for people. I was even intimidated to do it, because there's a lot of judgment on the internet about sourdough, believe it or not. Most people don't use a stand mixer. Most people mix it by hand, and it's like an all-day process. The stand mixer takes the work of making sourdough makes it easier. So I don't want you to be afraid to dive into sourdough because it's so delicious. So we're gonna let that come off the beater here. Let me show you the great results. So this is my 1.5 pound loaf of sourdough. See how this sprung up here in the oven? That's called the ear. Oh. That's something you like to see in your loaf.
Okay.
You like to see that crispy crust, and inside you want it to be a chewy texture that has air holes in it, and it's fluffy and it's warm. I slice these up and put them in the freezer, and I don't buy commercial bread anymore. The stand mixer has made it so easy for me to make sourdough. It has taken all the scaries away for me, and it is easier to do in my time frame.
Interesting.
So I start off with my flex edge beater. Then I'm gonna put on my dough hook. So keyhole design fits right over the beater.
It's so easy to get
Lock
these
it
attachments
into
on and
place,
off.
and then this needs for 12 minutes on speed 2. So again, I can walk away. This is gonna do the work. I don't have to all day stretch and fold my dough, babysitting it.
Really? Oh, okay.
So maybe
Can
that's
we do
your
like
next...
a QVC Plus show where you teach me how to make bread?
I would love that.
That would be fun.
That would
All right,
be
let's
so
make a call,
fun.
everybody. Let's make a call. That would be really fun.
Let me show you this honey here. Let me give it a final whip, because this is transformative. So taking something that you may have thrown away in the past, transforming it into the most delicious spread. You're gonna put on waffles, on biscuits, on your charcuterie board. Coming up into the spring entertaining season, you are going to dazzle your guests with something that they may have never heard before. They're gonna think that you are like a wizard in the kitchen, but your KitchenAid stand mixer helped you make that so easily.
That looks so good. Wait, can I just do this?
Yes. Right?
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Right?
It's creamy. It's like honey and creamy at the same time.
Slather your sourdough with some butter. A little drizzle of that light
Would you do like a little
fluffy
salt
honey.
on top, like sea salt on top of it, or Himalayan salt? Oh, okay. Let me take you through colors. That's so good. All right. Here's your contour silver. There is your Empire red, matte black, and finally we have it in the white as well. Look, this is such a good price. If purchased separately is $390. We're $299.98. We're shipping for free as well. It is K98255.